What's going on, guys? NoSlack Novak, and welcome to Season 2 of our NoSlack Racing Motorsport Manager series. I did promise you guys that we were going to do more than one season, and that is still holding up. I plan on doing more than two seasons too, so expect a lot more of the Motorsport Manager series going forward. Now, if you guys watched the last episode, which was kind of the off-season breakdown of what happened, we did bring back Faith Anthony. Welcome back, Faith. 35-year-old driver. She's 2.25 stars. Not the greatest driver in the world, but she's solid. I feel like, kind of looking at the drivers that are in the league, she's actually one of the better ones. Now, her 2.25 stars, if she's one of the better ones, then Falco here has to be definitely one of the top ones. Without a doubt. I guarantee you he's probably like a top 3 driver in the league, if not number 1. The only problem, as you guys can see here, is we have great drivers, we have great sponsors, our staff is solid, our headquarters are getting up there. We are actually building the test track, which is going to allow us to have level 3 engines. However, the one thing that's really holding us back is our cars. Now let's go ahead and take a quick look at the parts that we actually do have. Brakes, we only have, I'd like to get all the parts into 100, which we have one engine that fits that criteria. We can bump that up a little bit more too. We have a pretty solid gearbox, and then we have a decent suspension, 107. So pretty much I want to get at least one set of brakes, one more engine, one more gearbox, and one more suspension in. And actually, we could actually improve this gearbox over here up to 100. So the gearbox is probably going to be like the last thing on the list of things to improve. But we do have $16 million, and I fully intend on using the majority of that to improve our parts. Now, as you can see here, we have an income per race of minus damn near $1.4 million. So given the fact that there are 10 races, that's going to cost us $14 million. So really, we really only have an excess of about $2.6 million for this upcoming season. However, I'm going to go ahead and say screw that, and I'm going to go ahead and use that money to develop new parts. Now, I feel like, let's see, the suspension can get up to 82. This gearbox, it can get up there. The engine, see, the engine and the brakes are the first two things that we need to work on. However, we are building the test track, which is going to take 23 weeks. And then once we do build the test track, that is actually going to allow us to design a engine that is going to get not only average, not only good, but out into the great category. So, you know what, part of me wants to hold off and design the engine after we actually have the test track built. But, I mean, we definitely need an engine ASAP too, though. So I think, you know what, we're going to just go ahead and we're going to go ahead and build an engine right now to start off. So this one here is going to give us a performance of 116 with, we can improve it all the way up to 150, which isn't great. The next engine after that, however, is probably going to be really good. But, we'll probably have to build 2 more engines just to be able to do the great. Just because the next engine will be average and good, and then finally the third engine will actually be able to get into the great category. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll do the average engine here. That's going to cost us 1.5 million. Let's go ahead and start designing that. And then I just want to double check, make sure we have everything good over here. Those are the main parts that I want to work on, which actually we can kind of take off one of those engines since we're working on another one. We'll go ahead and take off this one, and then we'll put in, let's go with a gearbox. Let's put in Falco's gearbox. So they're going to be focusing on that before this race comes up, which is going to actually come up pretty quickly. Let's check out our sponsors too. We have 2 sponsors that are expiring after this race, which is going to be good for us. Team marketability, ooh, 79. Faith Anthony's only at 16, and then Falco's at 41. Not the greatest, 45. I'd really like to get that up some more. But you know what? Nothing we can do about that right now. As I said, we have the contract offer was accepted by Faith Anthony. She signed it. And then we have a little bit of a news story here. Top American driver Faith Anthony has decided that her future in racing lies away from NoSlack. Top American driver Faith Anthony has decided that her future in racing lies away from NoSlack Racing and has negotiated a move to NoSlack Racing. Interesting. That's probably just a little bit of a bug considering She was with us last year. Anyways, she's glad. So finally, you realize that I should have been one of your main drivers in the first place. Not really. I mean, we hired you in as a main driver. We're just not sure why you went to reserves. But anyways, let's go ahead and travel to the first race of the season. This one's going to probably not be all that great just because we're going to have so many parts breaking down. But, you know what? Let's not get greedy. Let's just go ahead and accept this 12th place or above finish. And then the part fitting. Let's just make sure that we have this set up. Falco's not happy for some reason. Let's check out why. Okay, Falco's gonna have the better engine, or the better brakes. He's also gonna have the better engine. Yes, it even says right there, Falco's #1. So I'm not sure why it kind of switched the parts. There it doesn't really matter, but I'm just gonna keep it so that the right side, all on the bottom, is Falco. Same thing here. Gonna give him the better gearbox. She is very, very unhappy with that. Doesn't matter what we do with the rear wing. And then over here, again, let's go ahead and do something like that. And let's go ahead and go. Continue. Let's get into the race. First race of the season. Can we finish in the top 10? I would really like for this season to be Falco's kind of like emergence as one of the top drivers in the league. Just because he does have a solid vehicle. Now, the reliability is going to suck for him, but it's going to suck for every driver right now. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of pit stops, a lot of broken parts for both of our drivers, Faith Anthony and Falco. But then that's going to apply to the rest of the field as well. And if you guys have noticed too, I've taken out the music from the game. So we no longer have like the music during the loading or during the menu scenes. That's because some of the music here got a copyright strike, so that kind of gave me a little bit of a strike with YouTube, but you know what, oh well. We can adapt and overcome. Alright, let's tune these vehicles real quick. We will do something like this. I know this isn't probably like the most exciting thing for you guys, so I'm going to try to do this as fast as possible. Weather forecast, it's going to be a decent warm day. I think we'll go with the mediums, and let's go ahead and do that. Change the setup over here for Falco as well. Move that a little bit more. I kind of would like to move that even more. Maybe, you know what, let's go in the other direction. Let's do that and that. Tire choice, medium, good. Confirm all that. Let's take a practice lap. Send you out there, buddy. Yep. Go ahead and go. Send Faith out there. Welcome back to the team. Hopefully you like your vehicle. It's a lot better than where you left it last season when we kind of fired you. Sorry about that. Okay, let's actually bring them back in too. We're gonna go ahead and continue this. Kind of, you know, try to get probably three, chances to adjust what we need to adjust over here. So Falco's only at 41%. He's very angry with pretty much everything. So we're gonna try to go the exact opposite of what we had with the downforce. And then with the handling, we're gonna try to do the same thing there. And then the speed balance, we're not going to adjust that as drastically, but we do want to make a pretty significant adjustment there as well. Go ahead and send you out. Faith Anthony, you're pretty much in the same boat there. Actually worse. Okay, no big deal. We can fix this. We can fix this, no problem. Yeah, let's go with that right there. Send you back out there. Can't be much worse than we were, so I'm sure we'll see a little bit of improvement right there. Hopefully we'll be able to actually qualify with faster laps this year too. I mean, there's no qualification, but I'd like to see our drivers actually, having the vehicles that can kind of compete with some of these top times. Aero is feeling much nicer. Good. Those tweaks to the downforce are great. Nice job. Good, good, good. I'm glad you like it. Let's bring both of you guys back in then. Englehart's got the 18th fastest time, which he's a full 4.5 seconds behind the leader, which I'm sure some of that has to do with the fact that it, you know, his tuning is so crappy right now. Alright, well, you know what? His tuning actually got a lot better. Into 89%, nice. So the only thing that we really have to adjust drastically is the downforce. So let's maybe do something like that. And then I think we're going to actually stick with the way that the handling and balance just got adjusted. Just because I feel like if we do a little slight move that way, some of those might actually move into amazing or excellent. And then if not, then we can just move them in the other direction. Let's go ahead and do that. And I see that it's raining, but we're not going to waste a set of inters on, you know, a few practice laps. 94%, awesome. Excellent, good, and excellent. Okay, so the handling is really the only thing we have to adjust. We were very poor there, we're good here. Logic would dictate that we just have to move it over that way a little bit more. So let's do something like that, and then we'll try to bring the speed balance back down, and we should be good there. I'm gonna go ahead and let these guys finish out the rest of the race, or the you know, practice laps, and that's gonna be that. Alright, so Faith is 20th now. It's still her outlet though. She does have a chance to improve on that, which I hope she does. You know what? And let's actually do let's push these guys. Overtake and attack for both. Seems like Faith is going pretty slow. Look at that green car. They just whooped her, and whoever this car is behind her too is just crushing her right now. Maybe because they're on the inters, which would make complete sense. I just really didn't want to waste. It's not really a waste. It's not like we're going to use all 4 sets or 5 sets or whatever the game gives you. But just, you know, didn't want to switch. That's pretty much what it boiled down to. So it's fully expected that their qualifying or that their practice laps time is going to suck. Because again, everybody else is racing on the inters, and we are 2 of the 3 drivers that aren't. Gerard's even on the wets, which, oh well, whatever. Just hopefully they don't crash. Hopefully that's not a thing. Hopefully they can't crash during a practice session, because that would suck. Number one important thing is their setup. That's what we're really focused on right now. Engelhard is still going. And wow, that green one just freaking passed him up. So easy. Alright. Well, let's see how our tuning worked out for us, and then hopefully, you know, I'm actually not sure if we want it to rain or not. I think we probably do want it. Oh, what? We need a better driver than Falco. Bianca, I'm sorry, but you have no clue what you're talking about. He's like the best driver in the series. Whatever. Pretty lame. Yeah, it was a pretty lame session. Partly I'm to blame for that, for not switching them over on the tires. And it doesn't look like it's raining. Doesn't mean that it's not gonna rain here eventually. Let's see, weather forecast 53, not super hot. No rain expected, at least not for the first 4 or 5 laps of the race. Let's see here, we can do the race trim, and then risk taker. Fast pit stops now have a minus 15% mistake chance. You know, let's just stick with the medium tires. I feel like that's our best bet there. We're looking good here, 97%. We're gonna go ahead and use that. We're gonna give you the medium. Actually, you know what? Let's go. How many laps? 37. Wow. Okay. 37 laps, but we're going to have 15 laps worth of fuel. That is the most fuel I've ever seen them give, like on a per race basis. On 37 laps, that's pretty crazy. Estimated laps 7 to 9, and this is 10 to 12. We're definitely going to start off on the mediums, and we're going to do the full 15 laps worth of fuel there. Let's check out what Falco's setup looks like. Also at 97, beautiful. We're going to keep that the way that is. also on the mediums, and again 15 laps worth of fuel. You know what, I think we're just gonna stick to the medium because of the fact that our parts are going to be braking left and right on this race. That's something we're really gonna have to pay attention to, because like I said, the reliability for these parts is pretty crappy right now, and everybody's going to be pitting so much and fixing so many parts that, you know, it's just going to happen. No reason to push the vehicles even harder and make the parts break that much faster. Now, Faith dropped down to dead last, so let's not focus on Faith so much. Let's check out Falco here, who's actually not much better. He's in 17th. Just got passed up, dropping him down to 18th, and both of our drivers now are 19th and 20th out of 20. Wow, okay. Oh, Falco with a nice little pass right there, jumping up to 17th. Alright. Now, we do need to warm up our tires, though. That's something that we absolutely have to do. Oh, nice. Somebody crashed already, too, so we cannot finish worse than 19th right now. Which is not, we don't even want to be close to 19th. We'd like to finish in the top 10 for both of our drivers, but I think we all know that that's probably not going to happen. Falco is now in 15th, battling it out for 14th, and yep, he passed him up, nice. So Falco's in 14th now. Anthony is 19th, so she's still dead last. If we take out the crashed driver, Evans. Tires are warming up a little bit, that's good. We need the performance boost there. Alright, still have over 10 laps worth of fuel. Tires probably aren't going to last much longer though. We'll probably have to end up changing them out. I'm thinking we might even have to do like 3 pits. Because I kind of want to switch over to the softs, because they warm up faster. Let's go ahead and actually lower this down to push for both drivers. Let's check out what their part conditions are. Yeah, 33% on the suspension for Falco. And then if we look over here, we're at 39% suspension and 40% gearbox. So, alright, 11th place, but a couple drivers have already pitted. Weather forecast shows that it's still going to remain right around 53 degrees Fahrenheit and no rain expected, at least not in the next 4 or 5 laps. Faith Anthony jumped up all the way to 13th, that's beautiful. And Falco is now 7th, so that's really good. Alright, let's see, we're at 26%. We'll probably have to end up having Falco pit very soon for the suspension issue. And then let's check out Faith Anthony over here. She's also probably going to have a suspension issue here. Falco, you know what? How many laps do we have left? I want to say we have about 28 laps to go. If we switch over to the softs, those are only going to last us like 9 laps at best. So 28 minus 9 is 19. That means we'll still have to do 2 more pit stops after that. Okay, you know what? Let's have Falco here pit. It's still going to be cold. Lots of grip. Oh man, I'm thinking we probably want to switch over to the softs. Although I think Falco has the medium bonus. So you know what, let's switch over to, we're going to stay on mediums, but we're going to do a new set of tires. We are going to give you the full 15 laps worth of fuel. We're going to change out this part here just because it's so close to being in the red. So we'll do that. That's going to increase 8 seconds on our pit time. And then we'll just do regular risk, 33%, 18% safe. How many seconds would that add? 2? You know what? We're gonna stick with balanced. Go ahead and pit on your next go around, and then I think we're gonna have, your partner Faith actually pit on the next go around. Which Faith is passing up the pit section right now, so we can go ahead and do that. Let's switch you. We're gonna again stay on the mediums. Give you a full tank of gas. And your park condition, you could probably stay out there. You know what? No, but you know, I think Faith's tires are pretty bad. They're only at 7%, so we definitely have to pit and change the tires. So we'll do that. Give you the full tank of gas, and then we're also gonna switch out your suspension just because you're at 33%. You're gonna end up in the red by the time the race ends. So we might as well address that now rather than later. Falco was in there for 20.9 seconds, which, you know, not horrible, given the fact that he actually had to switch out a part. He's in 16th though, dropped down from, I want to say, 4th to 16th. And then Faith is going to do her pit. Let's check that out. Hopefully she's not in there for too much longer than what Falco did. He was in there for 20.9, and he pretty much did the same changes that she's doing. Okay, so her team was just a little bit slower. And she's now in 19th, and Falco's in 15th. Okay, let's go ahead and focus on Falco again. And we want to, remember, we want to finish 12th or better. That's going to give us that $250,000. Tires are looking good. The strategy, I think we're just going to keep the way it is. I feel like playing it safe in the first race is the best strategy, just considering the parts wearing down so quickly and the reliability starting off so low. Tires are looking good. We kind of want to keep an eye out on those though. Looks like they're going slightly into the red for both drivers. But again, we're just going to keep that the way that is. Surprisingly, a few drivers, you know, probably half the field is actually using the softs, which I get. However, they don't really last all that long. So they're gonna have to, they might have to do one more pit stop than we have to do. There's a small chance that might happen. Now, somebody in the comments tell me, it says down there, blue flag for Faith Anthony. What the hell? And it does have a little question mark there. What the hell does the blue flag for Faith Anthony mean? Not sure what that means. The ride is screwed, guys. What's wrong? Okay, let's check out your condition. Are you in the red? You're again for your suspension? We just fixed your suspension, man. Alright, well, you know what? Just do another, nope, we're gonna cancel. Do another lap. We can't be fixing your suspension every 4 or 5 laps. They're both good on fuel, and you know what? Did they not? Falco's tires are freaking worn out again. That's crazy. How quickly the tires are getting worn out. Let's lower that to neutral. We'll lower you to neutral as well, and then we'll really keep an eye out on that, making sure it doesn't dip too low. Falco's battling it out between 10th and 11th place. And yep, 11th. Tires looking good. Fuels is looking good. Falco's probably gonna have to pit here in the next 3 laps or so, just because his tires are at 33%. Same thing for Faith Anthony. She could probably do 1 more lap. And let's check out your suspension's gonna need some work. How about you, Faith? Gearbox is probably gonna need a little bit of work too, but we can hold off on that for a few more laps. He wants to pit for fresh tires. Okay, we'll have you pit. We'll have you pit this next go around. And then I'm thinking there's plenty of grip on the track. It's still gonna be pretty cold. You know what? Let's switch over to the softs. Just the speed. The speed is so much better on those. So we'll go ahead and do that. There's gonna be 15 laps. 15 laps remaining. Those tires. Will the mediums actually last 15? Yeah, barely. So you know what? We'll do a new set of softs. And we'll do the full 15 laps worth of fuel. Park condition, we'll switch out your suspension again. That is getting pretty low too. But you know what, we're going to go ahead and take a chance on that. And we'll send you out. So Falco's going to pit in probably 10th place. Let's check that out. And then Faith is behind him, so we don't want her pitting directly after Falco. So we're going to have her do the 1 more lap. So let's see, Falco's in there, and he's going to be out of there. Decent refueling, pretty solid tire change. Really good repair too, so nice. He was in there for 21 seconds. Leaving in 5th. He went in 10th, he's leaving 15th. Let's go ahead over here to Faith. She just passed that up. We're going to have her pit. And I'm thinking, let's go ahead and just have her switch over to the softs as well. Fueling option, again, will give you the maximum. And then park condition, oh man, we're gonna have to change out this gearbox, and you're getting very low on the suspension. You know what, let's just Let's just do it. We're gonna have you fix both. She's gonna be in there for 37 seconds. That's crazy. But oh well. Not much we can do about that. Now I'm thinking maybe for Falco we want to maybe push him a little bit more, right? He's at 35 on the gearbox. Let's do this. We'll do the second from the top on both. Hopefully that'll allow him to gain a little bit of ground. Looks like the car in front of Falco, the 14th place driver, is going to pit here. No, but there are some issues. There are some issues. The 14th place driver does have a mechanical issue, so he's going to have to pit here very soon, and if he doesn't, he is going to have some performance issues too, so Falco should be able to pass him up. Still not pitting. That's pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. We do have about 12 laps to go. Here's where Falco should make some improvements. He's in 14th. Should jump up past 13th here. Come on, man. Don't get stuck behind that guy. Why are you tailgating him like that? Move. Get out the way. There we go. 12th place now. Beautiful, beautiful. Just got passed up, really? Oh, by the 3rd place driver, okay. And the 3rd place driver is going to have to pit here too soon. Falco, come on, man. Gain some ground, buddy. You're in 12th now, alright. Faith definitely needs to, we're going to improve that via the tires and the push. The tires are getting a little cold over there for Faith. Kind of didn't pay attention to her too much. I'm focused more on Falco here because Falco can actually get us this sponsor's objective. Let's check out his parts. 28% on the gearbox. Man, okay, he's in 11th. We're going to have to pit at least one more time anyway. So I'm thinking we'll probably just run. Let's just run it. You know what? Yeah, you're on push too. So you know what? That's fine. We're just going to kind of take this chance and have hopefully Falco here. He's going to have to pit one more time, but hopefully that won't keep him from finishing in the top 10. 1st place, 6th place, and Falco in 9th. They're definitely going to have to pit. Which actually Falco could probably pit. I'm sure probably had him pit right there. But we'll lower the driving style and we'll have him pit on this next go around. How many laps? We have 7 laps remaining. We'll definitely do the softs. New set of softs. We will give him 6 laps remaining after the pit stop. So we'll give him 8 laps worth of fuel. We will fix. Oh man, you've got a couple issues. This 30% is kind of scaring me over here. You know what? I think I'm going to want to run on like overtake or on push. So let's go ahead and take the risk. Oh man, that's going to be huge though. So 8-second pit stop right now. If we fix the gearbox, that's going to push that up by 16 seconds. And then the suspension is going to push that up by another, what's that, 8 seconds. But then that will allow us to just run the rest of the race on like an overpowered mode. Let's go ahead and do that. It's going to be risky. We're probably going to drop back quite a bit with this next pit stop. Hopefully a lot of the cars in front of us are going to have to pit too. Oh, in 6th and 7th place, they just retired, which is actually that's excellent for us. So we're pitting in 5th, and we're going to exit, let's see here, we're going to exit, oh, somebody's car was smoking. Oh, not bad at all. Falco's exiting in 9th place. That's actually quite nice. If we can just maintain this, we will be solid. I'm almost tempted to, you know what, we're going to change the engine mode to medium, and we're going to try to just not wear out any of the remaining parts, and we'll just try to have you finish where you are right now. Now, let's see. Yeah, oh, your tires are on 0. Oops, sorry, Faith. Alright, let's go ahead and switch to the softs. 4 laps remaining. You're going to have the 5.4 worth of fuel, so we'll keep that the way that is. We're going to go ahead, and it looks like we need to change this out. And, yeah, man, the engine too. Fine, you know what? We'll change both of those things out for you. And the gearbox too, that's a little bit of an issue. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to have you pit, and then we'll switch you over to the medium engine mode as well. We'll keep you on the push on the tires as well as for Falco. And then you can see right there, Faith has major issues right there. That's why she's going so freaking slow and getting passed up like crazy. That again, my fault. Oh well, sorry. But I'm more focused on Falco over here. We want Falco to do as well as possible. He's the driver that's going to get us the sponsor's objective. Tires are a little cool. Let's go ahead and attack on those tires. And you know what I'm thinking? Let's just go ahead and we'll do overtake and attack. I know I said a second ago that we weren't going to try to push. But you know what? There's only 3 laps to go. 2 really. 2 laps to go. So we're going to have you push, push, push. And then Faith over here. Did you go to pit? Yes, because you got new tires. So we probably need to lower your engine mode. Actually, not really. We'll just push you on everything too. So you're not going to actually do the full, what, like 2 or 3 laps that are remaining. You're only going to do 1 more. So Falco's in 7th right now. He's on his final lap. Faith is in 16th. I'm guessing she is on the final lap too. She is. Everybody's really on the final lap. So Falco here is going to finish a good, oh man, 2 minutes and 15 seconds behind the winner. Oh, but he finished in 6th with an epic pass of the 7th place driver. Gerard has to be pissed. Falco just zoomed right past him there in the final seconds. Beautiful. So Falco just finished 6th in the first race of the season. That is awesome. That is really, really, really great to see. I'm very happy with that. Okay. Alright, no illegal parts, so we're good there. Yeah, Falco finished in 6th, so we got 15 points, which is excellent. And then Faith, you know, 16th. In reality, she finished last, just because we had the 3 retired drivers as well as the crashed driver. So, I mean, that was definitely mismanagement on my part. I had a mistake with her tires at one point, and then another time with the tires. Her tires were all the way down to 0, so that really falls on me. But again, I'm trying to focus on Falco more than anything. Currently, we are in 6th place at 20 points because of mostly Falco's finish. Although, well, yeah, that was all Falco. Let's go ahead, and we're definitely going to have to improve the reliability of our remaining parts. Pretty much every team has to improve the reliability of their parts, though. You know, that's just the way that it goes at the start of the season. And then we should be getting our engine, too. I'm guessing that's going to take about 2 more, maybe 3 more weeks to finish designing. I don't know if we're going to have a race before then. But once we do get that engine finished, we're going to go ahead and we're going to try to... okay, so we lost $1 million. We're going to go ahead and we're going to try to get that engine up and running as fast as possible. Let's go ahead and continue here. Alright. Scouting. We don't really need to do scouting anymore. We're going to go ahead, we're going to respond to this interview. Faith Anthony was furious after the race, claiming that you let her tires run down totally and that she was begging to make a final pit stop. Yeah, there was a mistake on my part. I apologize to her and to our loyal fans. I'll go ahead and take that hit. So, Thomas Winthrop, our chairman here, no, he didn't drop. Old, new, stayed at 100. Okay, interesting. Interesting. Okay, so we do have 2 sponsorships available. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to simulate a little bit closer to the race. And as we can see here, a week from now, the engine is actually going to be finished designing. Let's see as far as the parts go. We're at 60% on one part. Everything else is right there in the 50s. We're going to go ahead and we're going to do that a little bit more, though. We're going to focus a little bit more on engine cooling system issue. What's the issue? Bit of a disaster. We found a leak in Faith Anthony's engine cooling system. The parts reliability will be out of the window if we can't fix it. Minus 50 reliability on the engine. Well, I mean, I guess we kind of got lucky because we're not going to be using that engine anymore anyways. I feel like Faith Anthony is going to be getting Falco's engine, and then Falco will be using... Yeah, you know what, we're going to say don't worry about it. I mean, at 500,000, that probably... It's not horrible. It could have definitely been worse. But I think we're just going to go ahead and we're going to use this engine over here. We're going to pour in a ton of reliability into that. Let's see here, fit parts. Alright, engine over here, 1% reliability. Yeah, we're definitely switching that. So Falco, you sir, are going to get this one. And then Faith, you can get the Falco's old engine. So let's see. Falco here, -12 on the overall comment. Oh well, but he's very happy that his car is much better than Faith's. Which she's still at -12, and then she's only at 1% compared to the other vehicle. So we're going to go with that. We're going to give Falco the new engine. Faith is going to have the old one. So now they both have engines that are above 100, which is nice. And then we do need to work on improving the parts. And let's see, so this is at 67. We can take that out. We're at 65 here. We'll take that out. And then we really want to focus a lot of our attention on the engine right there. That's going to be done 11 days after the race. So I'm thinking we'll probably do that for a few more days. We have 18 days until the next race. We are going to maybe work on that for another 8 days, and then after that we'll take out those two parts and then just strictly focus more on that engine depending on where it is. You know what? I think that's going to be it for this episode though. We can check out some of these contract offers though real quick before we finish. 4 races, not bad. Alright, 85,000, upfront payment of 100,000, or 100,000, 1 million. That's pretty weak, just because it's 100,000 per race. Whereas this one here gives us 85,000 and an upfront payment, and it's only for 4 races, which that's actually, I really like the fact that it's so short. And then this one over here is 150 grand times 6, so that is going to be $900,000 total. I think we're just going to go with this one. So we'll accept that, confirm, and then let's see what they have for us over here. Second and above, second and above. We're not going to accept either one of these. We're actually going to wait until the next race. Just because we're not going to accept either one because we're not going to finish second or above, and neither one have an upfront payment. So there's really no incentive to taking that whatsoever. Anyways, guys, that is it for episode 1 of season 2. Really, it's episode 12, I want to say. But this was the first race of the season. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I feel like we're progressing pretty well. Falco finished in 6th in the first race of the season, and then he's getting an even better engine now too. So hopefully Falco can maintain that kind of performance throughout the remainder of the 9 races. And stay tuned to find out. Anyways, if you guys liked the video, do me a favor, hit the like button. And I will hopefully see you guys on another video. Until then, I hope you guys have a great day. And I'll see you later. Bye.